Hi everyone, it's Jeanette here, Enthusiastic Gardener, and it's actually quite chilly out here. The very last week of winter. Spring arrives this end of this week, which is just amazing. It's still quite cold, 2 degrees Celsius, which I guess is about 12, 24, 30, about 32 Fahrenheit, something like that. So I'm very lucky because I've already filmed today's video last Monday after I posted the Frogspawn video, which thank you for your lovely comments, and there are updates on the Frogspawn. For anyone who's interested, I'll stick them in at the end of this video because there are developments with the Frogspawn. But before that, I planted my brand new beautiful fan palm, which I'm about to show you. So please have a look at that. I'm so excited. And while you're watching that, you'll see that I'm in shady corner and I have my beautiful ferns which do so well along here, but it's time for me to cut them back, and all I do is just go right down to the base of each frond and just chop them all off, ready for spring. So I'm going to do this while you hopefully watch my beautiful new fan palm planting video, and I'll see you afterwards and it will all be done. I have a new palm, it's going to go in this area here just to jazz this up. Now I did have an old heuchera and I had a butterfly bush which I've moved, but I think we need to jazz it up, and I've already dug my hole so we're ready to go. But before we do that, I wanted to just trim off these older Trachycarpus leaves, the ones that have turned yellow. As you can see, Trachycarpus, they turn yellow. I've got a yellow one there, a bit of a yellow one there. I mean, it's so hardy throughout the winter, it's marvellous. And you can see down below where the other older stems have been cut off. So I'm just going to go in, chop it off about there, just bend it down and chop it. So we'll tidy that up. Also, what I want to do, this lavender around here, well, this is a temporary measure, so I just put it in last year, but I think we can get something far nicer. It's gone all woody and awful, so we're going to take that out and might move these. These are juniper blue stars, might move those, not sure yet. But we will take out the lavender. I'm out of breath because I've just been digging the hole. Well, this is my beautiful new palm. Its common name, it's a European fan palm or a Mediterranean fan palm because they're not native to the UK. But the botanical name is a Chamaerops Humilis Compacta, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's compact, as you can see, rather dense leaves, and it's slow growing. It's evergreen, so it's always going to look like this throughout the whole year. They're not native, as I said, to the UK, but they come from countries such as Spain and Portugal. I believe some parts in the USA as well. It's absolutely lovely. It's got dense fans with narrow leaves. And then you can see a new one there, new couple down there. And they kind of have a blue tinge to the underside, which I really like. And then they're held on rather short stems. Each one has short stems, a lot different to my Trachycarpus. So the ultimate height is 1.5 to 2.5 meters. But as I said, they grow very slowly, and that height is 20 to 50 years, so I'm not too worried about that. They like well-drained soil, as all plants do really, acid stroke neutral. They like to be in the full sun or partial shade. They like to have an east, a south or a west facing aspect, so really anywhere that's not north and constantly in deep dark shade. And they're happy in exposed areas or sheltered areas, and they're hardy in the UK coastal areas, which is always the windiest, blustery parts of the UK, and they like mild parts of the UK. Apparently they can take -5 degrees Celsius. So I will be checking on the weather, overnight weather, for the next couple of weeks, and I do have fleece. They're not poisonous to dogs either, which is always a consideration. So that is my beautiful new Chamaerops, and I did want it a little bit over to the left, but I didn't realise there's some concrete underneath. This whole area used to be a big pond before we were here. When we moved in, which is 20 years ago this year, all this here was like a raised bed where there had been a pond and someone had filled it in with earth. So it was all crumbling and awful, so we had to take that out. But there's the hole. And I have my wonderful hardy palm fertiliser, slow release palm fertiliser. So you apply every 8 to 12 weeks, which I've been doing that to my Trachycarpus. That's the only information there is. But I bought that from, as you can see, hardypalms.co.uk. So I'll be adding that. I'm not going to add any additional soil. If you make it too comfortable, the roots won't stretch out to look for new habitat. It will just stay there, and we don't want that. So if you put it straight in native soil, apparently they have to work a bit harder and then they get established quicker. So I'm not adding anything new. That looks a bit better, a little bit more upright. So these are the ones I took off. And let's get rid of the lavender. Smells lovely. So now it's time for the fun part, where you get to watch me struggle. You can see that I put the leaves in. Just thought, well, they create goodness. And I'll put a bit around the Trachycarpus as well in a minute. It's very heavy. Right, we just need to whack it. No, oh dear, I might have to try and cut it. Easier said than done. These secateurs, I must buy myself a new pair and just keep them for good things, because these have been through some tough times and I don't look after them properly. Now I think I need to take my coat off. Yes! Okay. That's gotta help. Keep saying you don't need to go to the gym when you're a gardener, but you have to be careful not to hurt your back. There we go, perfect. I hope, I was just checking, I hope this is on camera and the camera's turned on. I think so. We're just loosening. That's it. Well, I don't think there's much of a front or a back. I need to check. I'll put it in. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, lovely. This one here, I think is broken. I'll cut that one off. I think I broke it when I was carrying it. Yeah, it looks a bit high. I'm going to have to mount it up a bit. First of all, I'm going to put some fertiliser on around the edges, then I'm going to water it, let it sink. Oh, I love it. I can hear you all shouting at me. It's too high. Yes, it is rather high. I'm going to water it in. Round the back it's actually okay because this all slopes, but I've put the fertiliser around, as you can see. I'm going to water it in, let it sink, and I will need to build it up. What I'm going to do for instant remedial situation is I'm going to dig up soil from there, even if it creates a hole, pile it over that way, then I can address that. Maybe I need to just plant something else there, then I've got a hole already. That's a very good idea. And there we are. I love it. I think it's just what that little area needed. And I will keep an eye on the soil. If it drops down, I will top it up again. And if it gets below freezing over the next few nights, I have fleece that I could wrap it up with. And I really like actually seeing more of the green container, because it's got that ombre colours which gradually come down the pot. Very happy with that. Well, here's a very quick update because I've just checked the weather. It's a couple of days later and it's going to be 0 tonight. So I just wanted to show you that I've wrapped up my beautiful new Chamaerops. Nice and warm and cosy for the night. So that's my beautiful palm. It's I have babied it actually every night. This week it's been 0 overnight temperature, so I've put fleece over it every single night. But I'm only giving it till the first day of spring. Then it's on its own. 0 or no 0. I think it will be fine. I mean, it's tough. But I just was protecting a little bit more than I normally would. Anyway, let's have a look at the fern area, which is now all cleared. There we go, over here. Whole bag of fern choppings and all nice and clear. There were quite a lot of leaves, there still are quite a lot of leaves actually. If I show you close up, you can see the beginnings of the new, these are the new ones that are about to unfurl, and there's some good ones up here. There's some big ones here, look. That's a new one. So, and there's another one. So, that's what it looks like before they all start to grow. Now, I mustn't leave these here because I will be looking for them everywhere. One of the things I want to do late winter is weed killer for my patio, because it's not too bad at the moment, but if you let it get on top of you, there'll be weeds everywhere. And you may know, if you saw me cleaning out my shed, I found 3 big tubs of these, and these are quite expensive, and I would have gone out and bought more. So fortunately I found them, and I'm just going to do the patio really quickly. Of course, Lottie, as you know, she always wants to hang around and be with me. Well, I don't want her treading in any of this and getting it on her paws, licking her paws. You can imagine. So we'll keep her out the way, even though she won't be happy about that. So let's kill the weeds. Right, here's a little update on the Frogspawn. This Frogspawn I haven't been able to see all week because it was in this little spot here, but it kind of moved down, but now you can see it down here. It's just that when I get home from work, it's not very good light, but you can definitely see it's all still there and it's all still looking very good. So that's that one, which is marvellous, and this one, you can see it very much easier. They're getting bigger. They're no longer little round balls, they're definite little long squirrely shapes. I thought I saw one move then. Yeah, there, that one there. It's moving, I'm sure it is. Am I imagining? Yes, look, it is moving. Oh my word, that is definitely moving. Maybe they're hatching. Oh my goodness, it's exciting. The leaves on the Patio Pink Crispy are, as their name suggests, becoming pink. Are they crispy? No, they're soft. So that's that. Oh, must fill up the bird bath and the red robin as well. And we have lovely lungwort, pulmonaria, flowers on that everywhere, dotted around. Very, very pretty. Fronds on the fern I've just cut. Oh, and another beautiful pulmonaria. So that's it from me, the enthusiastic gardener, Jeanette, and we're heading to the best time of the gardener's season, of the gardener's calendar, spring. So I hope it's warming up where you are and you're able to get out in your garden. Now next week, I had promised that we are going over to Tina's garden, which we've been designing. I wouldn't even say we're halfway done yet, but it's been so far so good. That's all I'll say, and I'm excited to show you that. So stick around next week for Tina's garden and have a great one. See you soon. Bye.